children, they are bound to see the birth of new individuals into this world, and they are also bound to see the departure of their loved ones in the family. Like it can be their grandparents with whom they are very close, or it can be unfortunate. Some children can be unfortunate to see their own parents fall apart and leave this world, or it can be really unfortunate that they might lose their sibling also, with whom they are expecting to share their life. So how do we communicate death to our children? Because it becomes quite an emotional issue to communicate death, because many parents believe that the children should not be subjected to such a high level of negative emotional impact on the child. So some parents resort to not talking with the children about the death of a grandparent. They put it as the grandparent has gone to the God, or they say that they have gone on a long trip somewhere and they will come only after many years. So these are all ways in which the children are informed about death. But let us think for a while. Aren't we telling a lie to the child? The child will be hopeful to meet the grandparent or the parent who has left them, and will be eagerly waiting, to an extent that one of the children, they kept the main door open and said that please don't close the main door because my grandfather will come any time of the day. And they did not sleep also because waiting for the grandparent to return. So that is why it is essential that we will have to keep our children informed about death as a terminal event, and the person who departs by death will never be able to come back. So how can we put it across? We have all seen ants go in a single line, and they maintain discipline, and they follow and they take their foodstuff and store it in a particular place. But in the event of a death, have you ever seen an ant, 4 ants carrying one dead body, the carcass of another ant, and they lift in such a way that there are many ants following in a procession, and then they dispose of the carcass. But whereas a cockroach, what happens? The cockroaches normally die alone. They are found upside down, and they may be struggling for life all alone, and they die also, and nobody comes, no other cockroach comes and takes even a look at them. Then how is the cockroach's dead body disposed? Only we as people, we will sweep it with a broom and throw it into the dustbin. So with this we can explain our children, when a cockroach is dying, no other human being is there to help in the decent disposal of the body with respect. But whereas an ant is able to dispose their dead ones with respect and in a procession and in a manner that is very comfortable for all of us to understand. So human beings have learned from the ants to help the dead one reach their place with respect, and also with numerous people hanging around together, so that we get support at that point of time to grieve and also feel and talk about the dead person in a manner that we remember all that they did, whether it was positive or negative, and also bring forth our memories in such a way that all of us sit and grieve over the person who is lost, and also dispose of them in a very respectable royal manner, so that we are paying our last respects in a fitting manner. So the children are able to accept that we have to give respect the way the ants do to their ancestors, and also we should not be leaving our dead ones totally unattended the way the cockroaches do to their peer members.